this thing on?
Welcome
Are we
in.
on?
Welcome in,
Hello?
everyone.
Hello?
We're
Hello?
on.
Is this thing on? Mate, I could just see you just checking everything. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen. Mate, you look so pissed off that I just done that.
No, you know what it was? No, because I wanted to start sooner, but you mans kept messaging on Discord, so I kept clicking on it to see what it was, and then obviously that takes your screen away, because my phone's fucking died, so I have to I can't even look on Discord. But anyway, guys, episode number 14, I Boozy, season number 2. Myself, Thomas Young, 1997, himself, famous MrAvalanche, famous for the Twitter beeps, the link ups, the meeting jeets, all of that. Come on, you know how we do.
Mate, I don't know why I have so many ops on Twitter.
Mate, you got. Honestly, I'm telling you, man. You got more ops than Bonnie Blue's got bodies, man. That's crazy.
It's mate. I don't know what it is, man. Like they just see me and just come for me, man. In both senses of the word, you know. But yeah, I don't know why.
There's got to be a song reference we can use there.
Yeah.
I'll think of one. I'll think of one.
Speaking of Bonnie Blue, I am gagging to get into this beer, so let's crack a beer open. We're on the Asahi tonight.
Nice. Asahi. I was tempted.
I just realised, have I got my camera like the other side to normal?
I don't know. It looks the same.
I don't know. Anyway, what are you drinking?
So I'm drinking wine tonight because we're going to Milan. We're feeling very.
Mate. How many times realistically do you think you can you can just not say Maggie? Realistically, how many things?
I'm drinking an original wine.
From Jamaica.
It's imported from Bomba. It's a Maggie.
I got the Maggie. Well, first thing first.
Hold on, wait. Thomas uses duplicate. Super effective. Yeah, we've got two now. See that, yeah?
Cold.
Sling ring.
Right. I'm going to get this down my neck. So cheers, Thomas.
Right, from India to Jamaica. Big ups.
Wait, what did you just say?
Where's Asahi from?
Fucking Japan, you racist!
Shit. I thought it was India.
What the hell?
They did it my local Indian.
I said it with chest.
I was thinking of the
reload
fucking...
the TikTok, man. Get the clip out, man. Man said that with chest.
I was thinking of the tiger one. What's the tiger one? That's from India, isn't it? Big up Jungle Book and that.
Yeah, you are something else. So, people, we've got a lot to get into today, haven't we? We've had a juicy little week today in the old Pokemon Go sphere, and I guess I had a big week in the pub sphere as well,
and the Twitter sphere.
We start, huh?
And the Twitter sphere.
Oh yeah, mate, just all the spheres, to be honest, just fucking all of them.
The atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh, okay, right. We'll start off with the boring pub stuff first, right? Because I know fully well that you
boring pub stuff. No, we love the pub stuff here.
Yeah. So I had my quarterly meeting yesterday with my Heineken sales rep. Right, year on year, compared to the first 3 months of last year, my Guinness sales are up 250% from last year. You know how crazy that is.
That's a lot of gin, man.
That's a fucking lot. That's a lot of G's being split, man. A lot of G's being split, so shout out me for keeping good Guinness and all that good shit, man. I got some new beers coming to the bar as well. Nice.
Any spoilers?
I'm getting Heineken Zero on draft, Murphy's on draft, and the new Beavertown, the Super Satellite session beer.
I can't say I've had it, but I've had Murphy's before. Murphy's basically.
Mate, you called it. You called it, right? Right. As you all know, right? We don't try to interact with chat because whatever. But Thomas literally said, "Thomas, hold up the bowl. Hold up the bowl."
Which one?
Because the one that you held up. Yeah.
We bought two. We don't know. We got options.
Right. I'm not joking. This guy literally says, "I've brought bottles of booze in for when Quack redeems a shot," and fucking sure enough, like clockwork, fucking redeems a shot.
Like clockwork.
Instantly. Yeah, like clockwork.
Say out of our clockwork. Right, let's get a shot in. Right.
But
you don't get to choose Quack.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So can't complain, man. But yeah, 250% increase on.
That's crazy. You know what's
That is
funny?
a
You know what's
fucking
funny
shit.
though? Because I brought the bottles in, but I forgot a shot glass. Oopsie! I got distracted. But I'll get a shot glass.
Oopsie
But
whoopsie.
have you got a lot of gin ahead of Paddy's Day?
No,
No.
no, definitely not. No. No, we're like predominantly like an English pub, so they do tend to go to the Irish bars
Yeah.
more than anything. Like the one down the road has got like music, like Irish band playing and stuff like that. So, which to be honest, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah.
Honestly, St. Patrick's Day is my least favorite day of the year in a
Yeah.
pub.
I was gonna say. So literally after work, I finished, had a pint. A girl I went to uni with, and her friend, who's like seeing one of the guys that's in the kitchen. They're all going to Dublin for the weekend, like to Monday for Paddy's Day, and they were listening to like songs, like well-known Irish songs, and I'm like, bro, I ain't heard of any of these songs. Like I've heard of like one, and I couldn't even recite it. I'd know if it came on. Like, oh yeah, I've heard it before, but
No, because, mate, because the Irish music is very depressing, very fucking depressing. A lot of it, a lot of like traditional Irish music is really just about dying.
it does. It did sound quite emotional when I was listening. So I'm like, fuck no, I want to cry, man. Put a couple beer in me, I'm crying.
Yeah, no, it's my least favorite day of the year. I hate it. Every year I hate it. I generally close up earlier as well.
Yeah.
In case of the trouble, because you do get a lot of trouble.
Yeah. What's this? I hear a lot of people say that like Americans, like, especially in like New York, like do their own. They fucking love it. Apparently,
mate, they go crazy for it.
Yeah.
So Tim was there for Paddy's Day
in New York.
Yeah, in New York, and he's like, mate, like the pubs are like dyeing their beers green and everything. Like, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, they go crazy. I know in Chicago as well. They literally dye the river that runs through the city. They dye it green.
Fuck it up, man.
Yeah, which is like can't be fucking good for the environment, right? First of all, but they're like, yeah, fuck it. But yeah, no, yeah, it's fucking. Yeah, it's not a day I look forward to. I can't wait for it to be over, to be quite honest with you.
I mean, it's not. It's never one that particularly like excites me. I'm just there like. Even if I drunk Guinness, like you drink Guinness, it don't fucking excite you. So I can't even say it's because I don't really drink Guinness. It just doesn't do anything for me. It's one of those like nothing days.
Yeah,
it's another day of the year, man.
Mm.
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's like the pub shit out the way. So where the fuck do we start? Where do we start? What's happened this week?
I think we have to start with Scopely and the takeover.
Go on, mate. Take it away, big man.
Right, so guys, unless you've been living under a rock, it's kind of been rumoured for a while that Niantic were thinking about selling up. They were going to sell up not only Pokemon Go, but also their other games. So Monster Hunter, fucking the other, I don't even know any of the other games.
Mate, you are class at doing this, by the way.
Oh,
honestly,
yeah, no.
Mate,
I know they've got Ingress and Peridot and shit, but they ain't selling those. But yeah, basically Niantic were thinking of selling up shop. $3.5 billion was the sort of ballpark figure. That has been confirmed. That has happened now. Statements have come out. Blog posts have come out. They are selling. Niantic are selling Pokemon Go to Scopely.
We've had your money. Fuck off.
Yeah. So that's happened. We don't know what the sort of change is going to look like. From what we've been told, that the team is going to stay the same, at least in the short term. You know, and people, you know, the main thing is people are obviously assuming things. People are assuming
stupid.
Things.
Just say people are stupid, because people are stupid.
People are stupid, but you know, if you're watching this podcast, you know that already, because you are not stupid. You are smart, because you are
exactly. Yeah, you're here on a Friday night. Yeah. You're not stupid.
So people are making, you know, assumptions. You should never assume, because that makes an arse out of you and me. So yeah, you're getting people jumping to conclusions, being like, "Oh, Scopely are gonna make it all about microtransactions," and I'm like, first of all, if you've played this game, you know that microtransactions are sort of embedded within the game anyway. Yeah,
since day one.
And I can't even put a timescale on it in terms of how many months it's been, in terms of like the sort of, I don't want to use the word consistency, that's the wrong word, but the sort of like we'll say bombardment of like premium tickets, options to upgrade at every avenue,
Give an opportunity.
at every given opportunity, there is a chance to like upgrade, or like even when you do the max battles, you can slap 200 coins down, level up. I mean, for me, maybe some of you guys as well. Yes, please, you're all over it. But at the same time, like, you know, that's fine. But if you're someone that's like, you know, you can't afford it. Listen, if you can't afford it, don't fucking buy it.
Don't do it.
That's the be all and end all. But you'll get people that naturally want to jump on Twitter and be like, oh, what about us, the free to play players and stuff like that? It's like, well, if you're free to play, none of these things will affect you and stuff anyway.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
People are acting like Scopely are gonna come in, they're gonna fucking make it so like so that you click on a Pokemon, oh, you have to watch an ad, or you have to fucking, you know, pay $1 to like, you know, fucking throw a ball at it. Like, people acting like they're proper gonna cash people out the game. They're not, because they cash people out the game, they're stupid. They've inherited a proven cash cow that is going to make them money. I don't know how long it will take for them to make that money back. I don't know. It depends on what big ideas they have in terms of the game, and it's sort of the long term vision of it. But like, I think you said it the other day off stream, but I agree. It's definitely increased the longevity of the game. It's given it at least another 4 or 5, maybe even longer in terms of its lifespan.
Quite honestly, I would honestly say more than that. Honestly, I would say more than that.
It's slapped another decade on it.
Yeah. Honestly, I do. You know, and sorry to kind of like push in, but you know, just kind of back up what Thomas is saying.
Yeah.
Right. So some of you lot need to like give your head a wobble. Right. Right. You're not buying a portfolio. Right. Where, granted, this. I mean, it's not even close. This is the most successful game in the portfolio. Right. This is like Pokemon Go is the game that has given that portfolio the value.
Well, you go as far as saying that in terms of like mobile games in general, like Niantic aside, it's I can't think of a mobile game that has been like this big of a success.
It's been on like the top 10 like most profitable apps for like 6 fucking years in a row now. Right, like you're talking like big money. But yeah, like I said, just like use your head. Like give your head a wobble. You're not spending $3.5 billion, right, to run that shit into the ground and lose $3.5 billion. Don't be stupid, right? Right? And then people going, oh, but you know, there are other games are like this. This isn't like other games, right?
First
it's
of
an
all,
established game.
Most people have probably never even played Monopoly Go, and the only people that I know that have is because there were sponsorship opportunities and they did it live. Most people don't even have Monopoly Go. Most people didn't even know who Scopely was. And then they read things about it, and they want to jump to the natural conclusion that they're gonna fucking ramp the prices up at everything, and at every corner, like we said, there's gonna be like a paid option to do something. It's not the case.
Like, it's so brain dead. It's so fucking brain dead, right? And you know, we've had interviews, like articles from Scopely already come out, and they've already said like nothing is changing. It's gonna be the same team that are still gonna be employed, just on the Scopely instead of Niantic. Like the game isn't changing, right? They've invested money into this portfolio to get return, return on investment.
And they want the people. They want the people on side that have been running the game for years and know how it works. We'll say 100%. Quote unquote best. Yeah, they want those people at the wheel.
Yeah, and that's the first part of it. And then second of all, people forget like this is a leased license from the Pokemon Company.
It's a licensed Pokemon product from TPCI. Yeah.
Right. Pokemon is literally like their baby. They are not going to let some company walk in and run it into the ground. Don't be like don't be stupid is the main thing, right? And all these people on Twitter that are just baiting people in with like these dumb fucking memes, and people are like, oh god, the game's going to shit. Like, come on, man. Like, just wake up. Like, wake up.
Weren't you rage baiting? So obvious. Weren't you rage baiting the other day?
Oh, yeah, but yeah. No. And I was rage baiting.
We got him. Right? We got him.
Yeah, right? Because the same people that I've seen for years, Niantic.
Niantic.
Niantic, man. You're fucking dog shit, man. Sell the game to someone else. Sell it to someone else. You read a few bad reviews. Oh no, Niantic, we miss you. Like, give your head a wobble, man. Come on, don't be fucking stupid. But it's been a hectic week on Twitter. Like, it's crazy to me how little sort of like little business knowledge people actually have
Yeah.
to think that this company are going to come in and they're going to completely like rewrite the entire core mechanics of a game that's been established for 10 years.
Scopely will improve it because are they not like I'm not gonna say I've gone out of my way to do masses of research on this company. Personally, I don't care, man. Give it Disney, like give it to fucking Green King for like I don't give a shit who runs the game. But like I swear, Scopely are quite big in terms of like esports, in terms of like esports, which is what so many of you man want this game to ultimately become an esport. Like, surely this is the right direction to go in,
and then
if we want to achieve
that. GoHub did an interview with Michael Stranker and someone else, and
I did see that.
Both, and they both basically said like we're really excited because we actually have more resources at our disposal to use now, right? Like that's only a fucking good thing,
Yeah, of course.
And I think the one thing that I'm really excited about that Scopely put in their like announcement is that one of the reasons why they were so interested in Pokemon Go was the in-person events. Which is fucking great. It means we're going to keep on getting in-person events. We might even get better in-person events.
That don't overlap with fuzzy buddies and duzzy buddies.
No, mate, don't even mumble because we're going to get onto that after. But but then also, I am kind of sad to see Niantic go. As much as they did a lot wrong.
Yeah,
I do think they did a lot right.
The only time I felt like this is like with Arsene Wenger. Like Arsene Wenger, we had great years for Arsenal, but then eventually it was time to go. The fans were calling for him to go, and he ended up going out and. Like you kind of miss him because the few years after that were rough. Yeah. Not saying it will relate in this case, but like listen, like even like we've had a fucking ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, ex-wife, ex-husband. You've been with them for so long. It's one of them ones where it's like it's gonna be hard to adjust to a new change. So, but I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic.
Oh, mate, so am I. But like I say, just to kind of touch back on, saying bye to Niantic, honestly, like, it's kind of bittersweet for me, like I said, as much as they did a lot wrong, they did a lot right. And without Niantic even building this game, like, it's kind of like the butterfly effect. Without Niantic building this game, you and me probably would never have met, right? All the people that we're seeing in a few weeks in Milan probably would never ever have met, never known you existed.
Yeah.
So, I think, there's, kind of...
There's a lot to be grateful for.
There's a lot to be grateful for. But it all comes along as the butterfly effect. As I always say, during COVID when I was in lockdown, and when we were all in lockdown, and and me and the Wafu crew every day in Discord, raiding together, playing Pokemon Go, Niantic's product. And mate, it kept me sane, during lockdown. So there's a lot to be grateful for. And as much as we complain about Niantic, you do kind of got to think they were doing something right because the game's 9 years old.
Hey, we were still playing it. It can't have been that
bad. We were still playing it.
You get them people on Twitter, those oh yeah, I'm retiring, rare, and all this, and no one cares. It's not your career. You're not a professional. No one cares you're retiring. This ain't your job. Literally no one asked. But at the same time, I say it's obviously something's kept us playing. And as much as we want to say it's the community and everything, which obviously is a large reason, the in-person events in the community, but a lot of that isn't possible without the actual, the game itself. So for that, we have a lot to be very thankful for.
Definite. It almost just kind of feels like, I guess, with the Niantic saga, I guess, as you said, it just kind of ran its course.
Yeah.
They
had a good run. They had a really good run.
Yeah, it kind of got to the point where they were doing more wrong than right.
Or it felt like everything they did, it felt like they couldn't do anything right. Where, whatever they did, whether it was this event, that event, listen, don't get me wrong, you're never going to please everyone, right? And the sooner you realise that, the better and the easier it will be. But at the same time, it felt like everything they did, it came back to something could be like a W event or something could be great, but then someone, no doubt on Twitter, will bring it back to, oh, fix PvP. Oh, fucking fix this. Or oh, what about this? It's been in the lot. Like, you know what I mean? People bring it back to something that's like,
Yeah.
obviously
But then,
quite negative.
yeah. But then, as well, even thinking right now, you kind of feel like it was a bit sneaky. Like, so supposedly nothing is going to change until after GoFest, because those are 9-6 projects,
Yeah.
right? So you can't help but think this deal's been in the pipeline for a while, and that's why we've been bombarded with events for months now, just to
Maybe.
kind of like, I don't know, just to kind of be like, okay, like we're taking the last like
This is the
money bag.
this is the last hurrah. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
like we're
you know
gonna
what I
throw
mean?
everything at you in the kitchen
Yeah,
sink.
you
Yeah,
know, and to be fair, despite all the events and tickets, blah blah, annoyingly, I actually think the one thing they have done correctly this year compared to other years is how early they've announced in-person events.
yeah.
We got the Milan announcement. What, December, November,
But yeah,
like that.
December 11th,
You
12th,
know,
and obviously the Go Fest ones. They announced well, they didn't announce the exact
January.
parks.
It
Yeah,
was
but
it was
they announced
January.
the
Yeah,
locations like not long after Safari Zone. So it felt
yeah.
like we
You
we
know,
got this, and then we got that.
yeah,
It was a fucking great start to the year.
yeah. And it was kind of like, oh fuck me, like like this is fucking great. Like we've got like 3 or 4 months notice, get shit started, and and now you look back, and they're being sold. It's like it was like, did they give that much notice so people would like
Yeah.
buy like buy tickets and stuff earlier? I don't know. We don't know. It to me, it does seem kind of purposeful. It was done on purpose, but
No,
who knows?
there's always some
Yeah,
like deeper layer, or there's always some agenda or some intent. Whether
yeah,
it's like I don't necessarily think it was like a oh it's a one last like sort of grab the bag. I don't think it was a money trip or anything like that. I just
You
feel
see,
like
I kind of do though.
yeah.
I really,
I,
I really
Listen,
kind of do.
if it was, and you feel I understand that, but to be honest, even if it was, I think from them it's a bit pointless. Cause I reckon like events like GoFest is like they are like the big annual events, the GoFest, the Safari Zones. I feel like they'd get turnout regardless. So if they were, I don't know why they'd ever, if they were worried about turnout, if
Yeah,
they were to announce a sort of
yeah,
sale of the product like sooner. I don't listen if that's something they're genuinely worried about. They know more than me, so obviously that's fair enough. But I don't think they'd have anything to worry about. It could be Scopely Go Fest, it could be 90 Go Fest, mate. It's Go
yeah,
Fest to me. Like I'll be there. Like lock me
yeah.
in.
You know, but I guess if we kind of move the subject along a little bit, have you got any like hopes and expectations from Scopely, as in to be like, okay, like and I'm not talking like nitty gritty shit. I'm
Yeah,
talking like
like actual,
real
just like
basic level
just
stuff.
like generalization. Honestly, no. Like because if I was someone, and I ain't gonna say names because we don't do that, but if I was someone where
Say
I'm
it,
like I'm proper, no,
say
no,
it,
not you, no, no, no,
say
no,
it.
what?
No, say it.
Oh, we said me. No, no, no. But no,
No, say it.
I don't have any names to mind. That's the point. I literally don't. I promise you. But like in general, where people are like very sort of like caught up on like small aspects of the game and expect like now that this deal has been announced, they expect to sort of know everything. Like oh, what are you doing about this? What are you doing about that? Like fucking hell, man. Like they've just moved in. Like they're probably not even moved the other shit from
Yeah,
this office to a new office. It's gonna be the same team. Like let them actually like let them cook a bit. Like you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like with anything. Like new manager, new job. Like you got to give it time. You got to give it time for you or for them to settle in, and then they'll implement what it is they want to implement. Which is why from the sounds of it, in the short term, everything's going to be very similar. But in terms of to
yeah,
answer your question, in terms of overall expectations, don't really have any, to be honest. I'm not going to be like, right, they need to come in and fix X, Y, and Z. I don't care. Like the game, if the game's still the same as it is now, then
yeah.
you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
listen, I can just go on my phone, right? Unlock my phone. Where's the app?
You
Look,
can't. You
there's the
can't. Your
app.
phone's dead.
No, I've charged it. Look, there it is. Where is it? You can't really see it. I can remove app. If I want to remove the app, I can delete the app. I'm not going to. But in general, like, I can do that. Like the door's there, man. I don't need them. They don't owe me anything in that sense. Like,
Yeah. See, I kind of only have one real like expectation, and I don't think it's a big one personally, but I think it would really set the tone. I really hope that we see on some of the bigger content creators. I would love to see Scopely kind of reach out to them and make a good first impression with them, and just kind of listen to them.
To clarify, is that an
Yeah.
expectation or is that something you just like to see? Because I know there's a fine line, isn't there?
No, it's an expectation for me. I think.
Yeah.
I think, and I think, I think a lot of people would agree. I do genuinely believe that Niantic did not understand how big Pokemon was as a brand.
Yeah.
And I really think they kind of struggled, even after years, just to realize just how much power that brand has.
Oh yeah. I think Niantic are not a gaming company, so it's one of them. That's probably their ultimate sort of downfall, not understanding that like we are gamers like by nature.
Yeah, and I mean you've only really got to look at the in-person events to really understand like how fucking big
the scale,
is.
the scale in which it.
So like what GoFest Madrid last year, they sold like what was it like 37,000 tickets for the weekend or something like that. Like that's a lot.
It's mad when you put it. It's mad when you crunch the numbers and put it into perspective, and then you have to deep it like shit. You were one of like a few thousand man, like and gal and kids and stuff as well. Like you were one of like a lot of Donnies that were there in Madrid.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, but so I think I don't know. I guess to kind of delve deeper into that statement, I want to see positive feedback come from that. So let's say for example, I don't know. We use Zoe 2 as an example, right? Post a video, right? I spoke to I spoke to Scopely and I brought up like the overlapping events for in-person events, right? And they turned around and said, okay, we've noted that in the future, that'll be worked hard to not be done. Like stuff like that, just kind of listening to the content creators who do generally like speak for the community. Kind of utilize the community ambassador program as well and use that for feedback. Because I don't know. I still think there's so much potential in this game.
There is.
To keep on going for years and years to come. But it has to be done correctly. It has to be done correctly. And again, like I say, Scopely need to realize just how big a brand Pokemon actually is to really, make the most of it. And just kind of not walk that fine line that Niantic did. Kind of like it's better to play it safe than sorry. Kind of like vibes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But it's one of them. Like I said, it's a proven money spinner, right? So they shouldn't have any concerns of how well it's going to perform. They just sort of need to. You know what I mean? Not like you said, not necessarily follow the same blueprint, but maybe try and do something different, take a risk, maybe see what happens.
But then this is kind of what I'm getting at as well. So yes, it is a moneymaker, but if you push it too far, then you're gonna fucking lose it.
You're gonna cash people out. Yeah, you're gonna price lock people out. Yeah.
So that needs to not happen. Honestly, I really do think we could see prices of stuff go down. In game. Yeah, but because Scopely is a Saudi Arabian company.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So their tax laws are little to none. Right. So there's no need to have like ramped up high prices.
That include like VAT and all sorts of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, there's whispers of it, but some people are saying we might see unlimited remotes come back. As much as I would hate that, I do agree that could well be on the table.
You have to think for a lot of people, that was obviously what sparked the sort of Hear Us Niantic movement on Twitter. So for a lot of people, bringing back unlimited remote raids would be enough. It's like we're back. We're so back. I'd be happy. Don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't be unhappy if it didn't happen. if it
Yeah,
didn't happen, I wouldn't. I'd feel sort of like impartial to either sort of
no, see,
scenario. I wouldn't mind.
yeah, but it would be a guaranteed fucking moneymaker. Like you'd see instant return on your investment instantly.
Yep.
You know, um, and just I would love to see stuff that the community has asked for kind of come back. So we see the price of remote raid passes, drop.
Yeah.
For example, right, would be fucking class. One really obvious thing that I would love to see more of. Just be transparent. Be more transparent than 90 ever were, because they were dog shit being transparent.
Yeah.
Right? Be transparent with your community, which we've made very clear as an entire community that we've wanted for a long time.
Niantic started off so well doing like the dev diaries and stuff.
And
Then
then
they just didn't sustain it. They just didn't maintain that sort of air of transparency with.
Yeah, and to the players, to the trainers, that exist in the community, like that stuff goes a long fucking way.
Yeah.
And it would definitely help. Spark a good relationship, and as I say, if Scopely do everything right, there's no reason why this game doesn't get another 10 years.
But like the first few months will be like critical. It's just making that, like you said, like that good sort of first impression, like anything, job, whatever, like good first impression, get people on side, because I think it got to a point where I say Niantic, whatever they did, they couldn't do anything right in people's eyes. So you don't want to you don't want to set yourself up for failure by like fucking up at the potential first hurdle, and you're fucking up at the first hurdle, and then you're just playing catch up, for the rest of of your tenure. Like you want to get out the blocks, storm in, good first impression, and I agree. I think something like removing a remote raid limit cap would be a great way to like set yourself up, and obviously get an instant return on your investment.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess it would be. I think it's going to be interesting, because just knowing that we're going to have the same
Donnies
dev team going, it would be. I think it would be interesting to see what changes now. Now the higher ups, they have to speak to a different. It might become blatantly obvious that, it was the higher ups at Niantic that were the ones kind of stifling the growth of the game.
Yeah, or like or like saying no to like obvious things, and just being the hindrance rather than helping it grow.
I think it's going to be a really interesting few months. I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest.
I am.
But like I said, just for me, just communication, transparency. If they can get that like down to a T, like off the rip, and be consistent with it, they're onto a fucking winner.
Yeah.
Massively onto a winner. Because at the end of the day, they are playing a very risky game. Investing a lot of money into a well-established product. But we'll have to see. As I say, nothing's going to change until after GoFest anyway.
Yeah.
Because those are still Niantic's projects at the end of the day, but it should be good. But I guess to kind of then transition into our next topic about Niantic. Fuck you, Niantic. All right? Right? Why have we got a fucking research day slap bang in the middle of fucking Milan Safari Zone? Wait, or is it all Safari Zones? Are they all on the same day?
I want to say all the safaris are the same week. At Santiago?
Let me check.
I'm not actually sure. Someone might to VAR that for me, but that's
no, they're all on the same day.
Because I saw someone tweet saying it was like, there's 4 city safaris or 3 or whatever it was happening at the same time. Yeah.
Fuck you, right? Piss poor fucking planning, right? Piss poor planning, right? Why? And this is my problem. Like, this is one of my biggest gripes with Niantic. Just fucking piss poor planning, right? Like, why would you do that? Why? It makes no sense. And my whole point on my tweet was, if that information was made available to us, people would not have fucking booked their ticket. Straight up, they would not have fucking done it. Because why? Right? At the end of the day, you are right. It's false advertising.
Yeah.
Right. It's got to be illegal somewhere. right? You've advertised an event, a timed event, in person, and you've promised X, Y, Z features.
With exclusive is the keyword, exclusive features and bonuses that you've paid for. You know that you should obviously, should take precedent over a free global event.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's absolutely fucking bullshit. And the thing is, this isn't the first time that they've done it either. They've done it before, and it's just like, get a fucking grip, man. Why? It's stupid, right? So for the Saturday, we're missing 3 hours of research tasks,
which is obviously
the brand new exclusive
Mudbray
City Safari Mon that's only available at City Safari, and you're missing 3 hours of the field research to do it. That's bullshit, man. It's not right. It's not right. They need to they need to extend the City Safari on Saturday 3 hours to make up for it. They have to.
So what's the current time? Is it 10 till 8 Safari Zone?
Yeah.
So they need to extend that to 11, mate. That's crazy. I want to be in the pub. But no, I know what you're saying.
No, it's 10 till 6, right?
Is it 10 till 6?
Let me check. Pretty sure it is.
Yeah, you're probably right, because most of those events are. I don't know where I got 10 till 8 from. But, it's one of them ones where
it's 10 till 6.
Yeah, I get it. At the same time, they don't want people to miss out. But at the same time, it's like, listen, like, I don't think they need to look at it from the other way. Like, we don't care. But at the same time, that you'll get those people that honestly, it's weird. You'll get people going to Milan. It's like, oh fuck, we're missing out on fuzzy buddies. They just may not have tweeted about it. There'll be them people there. Whereas if they slap it in the middle of an event and it overrides, it's like, listen, at least you're in Milan. You get the best. When I say the best of both, I mean it loosely. It means like you get Mudbrays and you don't miss out on this. I'm seeing it from the other point of view. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I'm not particularly pleased with it either. I don't give a shit about Cub Chew and Stuffle. Mate, I got a fucking Hondo Stuffle the other day, and then I showed Eve. She's like, "Oh, Stuffle's nice," because she really loves Stuffle. And then I explained to her about the Fuzzy Buddies event. I'm like, "Stuffle's cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't want Italian Stuffles. I want fucking Mudbays.
Mudbrays.
Yeah, I want Italian horses. I want stallions, man. Ferrari. I want them all, man. Give me them."
But yeah, like I say, to me, there's literally no excuse in it. It is poor fucking planning.
Yeah.
And there is no excuse. I would love to be a fly on the wall and hear that meeting where they've okayed that. Because to me, that is fucking crazy.
This month, I feel like everyone's just fucking said yes or ticked events or ticked whatever and said yes to everything. And they've not looked at the calendar. Because don't get me wrong, it's like, bringing G-Max battles back, slap bang in a community day. Okay, in their mind, it's like, well, people are out for community days, so at least then there'll be people out for G-Max. It's like, okay, but what if you wanted to do both in their entirety? What if you wanted to do both in their entirety? You can't, because you've overlapped too. And it's the same with this. We're not going to be able to do Milan in its entirety because of Fuzzy Buddies. And we're not going to be able to do Fuzzy Buddies in entirety. But obviously, as adults, we will learn to compromise. We will accept not doing Fuzzy Buddies for the sake, because we're going to Milan and obviously we're looking to do the event exclusive stuff there. We would take that as adults. We would not complain. But because it's a free event, and eventually, and those Mons have been around for time. Teddy Ursel's had a community day. Fucking Bidoof had its own fucking big Bidoof day. Cub Chew's always in events with its fucking little fucking bow tie, ribbon, snot chew going on. And I don't even know what other things are there. It's fucking like, it's bullshit stuff like Boneri and like Bonelby and shit like that. Stuff that's like, we're not shy of it. Most people have a decent amount of candy, decent amount of shinies. Like there's no need for it. It's not like you're introducing a brand new Mon or like a brand new fucking shiny or something that's like, what, I can see why they did it that weekend. All they needed to do was just move it to a different weekend. Move it to the week after.
A different weekend. Yeah, the weekend, literally the weekend after. Like, you're fine. Right? But then, again, this was another thing we got to talk about, kind of like the bombardment of
events, which as a result means the bombardment of premium tickets for each of those events.
Yes, so we had a conversation in our Discord group chat the other day, myself, Thomas and Joe, about the state of the event next month. And
this month was bad for ages. When I fill them out of my calendar, this month was bad, but next month is like worse.
Even worse.
Yeah.
So I to be fair, I only today found out, because I don't really use Discord. You know how I feel about it. I don't like it. I found out that Stars, who is the Central London Community
Are
Ambassador.
you on about Discord or Campfire? Sorry.
No, Discord.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Bless you.
That's me. He's boycotting hosting events for a month because it's just too much for him, and it not only is it too much, it costs too much to do.
It'll become Broski's full-time job that he's not getting paid for. Like,
yeah, you know, and it's fucking wild. So, okay, so where are we? So heading into April, April 5th, at 2 p.m. raid day. April 6th, the day after that, right? There's a hatch day.
I'm gonna do the
April
same thing.
13th.
Raid
day.
I'm gonna slap my calendar open because I get all the like relevant. To be fair, I don't actually put the hatch ones on there, but like in terms of the ones that I've got on my calendar, I'll put the raid days, I'll put the GMAX there, and I'll look at my work calendar. Mate, it's almost like I have like every other weekend off work. I can't afford that, so I have to I have to compromise somewhere. I have to be like, right, I will work all day this day, or I will work in the evening. You know what I mean? It's not that like, oh, if I do this event, I can't afford. It's not that deep, but at the same time, like it looks bad for me to have all this time off work because it's like, like, oh, what are you? Listen, I don't really care about explaining what I'm doing. I'll just tell them like, oh, it's the Pokemon shit. But at the same time, it's like, it gets to a point where there's too much. Yeah, I can't necessarily not even afford. I'm gonna take affordability out of it. I can't justify it. I can't justify doing that. It's like it's not normal for me to be doing that many events.
It's not normal for anyone.
No,
it's really not. It's like at that point you start neglecting important stuff in your life. Like housework, washing, seeing your family. Going on dates with your partner.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck are they doing? So then after the 19th of April, after the 13th of April, which is a raid day, on the 19th of April, there's a max battle day. Yeah. And it's like, fucking hell, man. Like, it's too much. Then the weekend after that is community day.
Haven't they got like an unannounced Shadow Raid Day as well? Which, like, people go crazy for those Shadow Raid Days because obviously they're local raids and it's hard to get. Obviously, they introduced remote raiding for them in January for Ho-Oh. But, like, before that, it's local raids only. So people go crazy for those Shadow Raid Days as well. Yeah. Like, it's fucking loads. And, like, you have to think about the events that they have going on at the same time. For instance, like, when you've got like the Shadow like Regirock or the Shadow Regice, so they have like those sort of events going on at the same time. Then you've sort of got like the weekly event that you've got, that starts on like a Tuesday or starts on a Wednesday and ends like on a Monday. Like you've got probably like at least 2 or 3 events running concurrently at the same time, like all the time. There will always be something overlapping in terms of bonuses, events, like. It's nutty. Like, it's good to an extent. Like, there's always something going on, but there needs to be some sort of like balance. There needs to be balance.
Yeah, and to be fair, this is something that I spoke to James about. James is the Woolwich ambassador, and I think it's criminal that Niantic are taking these community ambassadors, and they're not even like
acknowledging or anything.
No, what's the way I'm looking
supporting?
For? Yeah, they're not supporting them. Like I said this to James because James works full time. He works fucking hard. He's got a loving, caring family. They spend a lot of time together, and he's like, it's just too much, and it's fucking expensive, And it makes no sense that Niantic aren't going. Okay, there's a raid day this weekend. We're gonna put 20 raid passes in your account if you're hosting a meetup, right? Like purely for example. If there's a raid, if there's a max battle day, we're going to deposit 10,000 MP into your account, right? For example. And it's, these people are doing a lot of fucking work and it's free work. They don't really get anything, for it. Which is understandable because if they did, then you'd have people trying to abuse that system and applying.
They get nothing like quote unquote like physically or like there's nothing tangible that they gain. They get it's all the same with Niantic. It's like meet you out #meet you out there. They get like like they get the community out and about and interacting. It's like there are other ways of doing that at the end of the day. So it's one of them where like you said they're just doing it for the love of the community. the game. They're not gaining anything like sort of monetary wise or any perks or anything like that, which is a shame. But even if they just got like a bit of assistance with hosting these events and even promotion or just even some incentives and stuff like that. I know they do the ambassador codes and they've obviously they've had they announced a thing recently with like, oh, this is what you get if you check in a community ambassador event, whether if it's a raid day, community day, which is good. That's obviously a good thing, a good incentive, But yeah, it's one of them where
it's too much.
No, I don't see any real merit to being a community. Listen, big up all the community ambassadors, all the ones I know, and all the ones that are doing doing bits, but like. I don't know what they'd have to do to incentivize me, even in the slightest, to want to, like, regardless of where you're from or what your community's like. Like, I could be in the most sort of well-blossomed community ever. I don't know what they'd have to entice me with, or what the incentive would have to be for me to want to be a community ambassador, other than the fact that I would care about the people I'm playing with. Like, and that's not enough for me. Sorry, like, cut me out.
Yeah, it's just. But yeah, it's just too much, too many events, man, and for me, it's just too fucking expensive, man. It's too fucking expensive, and I guess for me, the way I see it, it's kind of like a double-edged sword of building like a really like close-knit community that really enjoys grinding events. Is next thing you know, all of a sudden, roll into next month where you've got 1, 2, 3 raid/battle days, basically on consecutive weekends, right? For 3 hours at a time. You're grinding those events 3 hours at a time. You're spending a lot of fucking money, to do them because you don't want to, kind of let the community down,
and you don't want to miss out as well, because it's like you don't know when this is coming back. You don't know when that's going to make its return to raids. Like,
yeah, it's just too much, man, and there's just no need for it. And again, could this be because of the sale? That they're just trying to get whatever the fuck they can out of it before they go.
Or it could be the fact that they're just trying to. Yeah, I don't know. It could be a last minute money grab. It could be. It could just be that they wanna. It could just be. It could be because, like we said, we don't know how long this deal's been like spoken about. It could be, and it could be even be part of the deal. We don't know shit really. It could be just something where they want to,
of course,
quick recuperation of funds, like in terms of what they've invested in into the game. So we don't know, man.
But it's just too much, man. It's too much. Like doing these max battles. So Sunday just gone. I hosted like 4 hours of max battles. Mate, I spent like nearly 20k coins in like 4 hours, man. Like, that's a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's a lot to go through. In 4 hours, that is a lot to go through. And that all comes down to trying to maximize the event. Like buying max mushrooms to make sure that
quick upgrade premium to premium rewards. Yeah.
Like, and obviously, don't get me wrong, I know the premium rewards are completely optional, but to me they're kind of not optional. Just because the rewards to me the rewards are too good.
It's like a 2-for-1, man. It's like you're getting double everything. Like
they are too good, and Niantic know what they're doing with them. But but then from there, it's not just me. So Woolwich is now getting known for being really good for max battles, because like all of like, I'm going to use the word my, all of my core group, we all go in with the idea of, right, we're going to grind them, we're going to help the locals do them, right? So then we're all buying max mushrooms, right, to do them,
so it's
and
going
those
down even quicker, yeah.
And then we're all buying like the particle packs, and then we're using the particle packs to fucking upgrade the mons that we need to have the best counters, and it's fucking long, and like it's not as simple as just turning up.
That reminds me, I need to book my coach ticket to London for Raikou. You okay with that?
Yeah, cool. See you tomorrow.
No, I'm joking. I've got my X-Switch already.
Yeah, But no, it's too much, man. It's too much.
It's a lot. Like you said, they know what they're doing. They're dangling it there, and it's one of them where it's like, listen, stuff like that's generally. I want to say it's a good thing because a lot of people be like, listen, they need to make these rewards like for these max battles, how difficult they can be at times. They need to make their rewards like something, you know. It needs to be worth like the reward needs to be worth the graft, like.
Yeah, for definite.
I'm hoping I said that the right remind, yeah.
Yeah, but then now, like I think I don't remember who it was. It was one of the groups that like does all the like reading into the code and shit. They found text for like being able to fucking remote max battles. It's like I pray to God that doesn't happen. I know it sounds selfish and role plays this, that, the other, but fuck, man. Like I've worked.
I think that'll be more harder to fucking coordinate than raids. Like
you know, for me, and again, I'm going to use the word my core group. We've worked fucking hard to build our community up as the place to go to do max battle. And it's not because there's fucking hundreds of people there. There's not fucking spoofers jumping in. Like, we just have such a good core group that we can basically do all the fucking heavy lifting.
Yeah.
And, and the next thing you know, they release fucking remote max battles, and it's like, okay, like, what the fuck did we do all that for?
Yeah, I see it from the other side in terms of like, I think if you were remoting Gigantamax and Dynamax, and you have to think about how many times when the feature was first introduced into the game that you probably failed sometimes, or like I've seen fucking groups failing with like loads, in my own opinion, loads of people, and it's like having to try and explain to people what to do over text. Especially with the numbers you have for like Gmax battles, it ain't feasible. You're gonna have to basically mansplain to a whole group chat, right? So it's your fast move that is your move, right? You need to no point in throwing your charge move because it's not as efficient. Like, explaining all of that is long. Whereas in person, you can explain it to a group and it will stick with them because you've said it to them in person. Like, you have to think about how many conversations you remember with friends and family that stick with you. Whereas like text messages, mate, you send a million fucking loads of text messages in your lifetime. You ain't gonna remember all of them. Whereas conversations I do. You probably do, but in real world interactions, you will remember them. Like, I remember when Thomas told me outside B&M to not throw my charge moves and fucking just tap. Like, it's more efficient. People, in my opinion, will and should remember those things, which is why having it remotely is like, it kind of defeats the purpose. This Gmax battle is supposed to be different from raids, a different sort of challenge, a different sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's a different feature in the game. It's a different niche to grind. So why are we making it like the same as raids? Why are we making everything like raids? Why can we remote shadow raids now? Like, there's a whole point that they're supposed to be local. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm being a bit of a Debbie Downer, but in general, it's like it comes down to what I've always felt about the game, that people always, there's a sense of entitlement that people want things handed to them, because as much as remoting stuff will benefit rural players, you'll get players that are just like either post-COVID players, or they started during lockdown. They will just use that and like what you probably think as well, correct me if I'm wrong, they won't want to go out and interact in the real world with their communities and do the battles together. Yeah, it becomes redundant.
And mate, I know if I posted this on Twitter, I'd get some mad fucking stick for it. But people just need to realise that it's a piece of end game content that isn't for everybody.
Yeah,
and it's not for everybody. And that is the unfortunate fucking reality of it.
Yeah.
Because, it goes back to when they nerfed remote raiding. It was to incentivize people to go out and get back involved with their community, build their communities. That's why they did the massive push with community ambassadors.
Generally speaking,
that's why we see the community ambassador program changing.
It is for everyone. However, it is for everyone that's willing. If you're willing, go out, spend the time, take the time out of your hard week or day, whatever, to go out and interact with, then you deserve everything you get. You've taken the time out to go and do this. Don't get me wrong, if you take the time out, go and do something, you don't quite get what you were looking for, then life's a bitch, and you gotta move on. Like, don't fucking lose sleep over it.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. I really hope they don't do that, or if they do, it has to be either A, really fucking expensive to do,
Yeah.
and it needs to be seriously like capped, as in you can do one, for example,
Or
right?
something like free.
No. Three's
What
too much.
one a day just seems like pointless for me. If they're gonna do one a day, they might as well just not introduce it.
No. Sorry, I should have specified. I'm talking purely about Gmax.
Okay.
Here. Purely Gmax. You should only be able to do one remote
Yeah.
a day. So,
Yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
so, like,
You get fucking what 75,000.
yeah,
Was it Stardust or XP? I can't remember which one. You get a lot of shit, man. So to be able to grind,
yeah.
if you were to do 5 of those in a day, that's a good day's grind. That's like what with
Oh yeah, easy.
Lucky Egg and upgrade for mate. That's like 3/4 of a mil XP. Like
Yeah, for
you
nothing.
should, yeah. Whereas you think how many remote raids, would it take you to do that? Fucking
Yeah,
considerably more. Like, yeah, it wouldn't be fair. They'd need to either do that or they need to scale down the rewards if you do it remotely. But I don't think there's a
yeah,
proper. I don't think they'd be able to implement that, and I don't think they would, even if they
yeah.
were able to. I think it
No,
would just be too
so, but
complicated. It would
but
decentivize people.
I'm just kind of like, just please don't, man. Like again, I keep saying my core group, but like that group, we've put in a lot of fucking effort. Obviously, when you came down for Kingler, like
Uh,
you saw it yourself. You saw, like just like the levels of dedication
yeah.
that we have.
For me, that's how I enjoy playing the game as well. So it's not even
Yeah,
the
so
fact that I'm
definitely.
there with people that my friends, I consider very close friends, and I get on with. It's besides the point. There are some Donnies that I've never even met before, and it's the same. Like, that's how I personally enjoy playing the game,
Yeah,
and at the same time, I can be frustrated if people don't play the same way. But at the end of the day, you kind of like you've said,
it is what it is, isn't it?
yeah, you've worked hard to get to that point where you, man, will carry the casuals. And if they
Yeah,
play a few at the beginning, that's fine. That ain't gonna affect you because you know that you're gonna be there. You're gonna be the first to
yeah.
be there and the last to leave. So
But
easy.
you know, and for me, I feel like we're only really starting to see the fruits of our labor in this group. I don't know if Dodie is in the Twitch chat. If you say, he'll back us up. So on
Dody's
the
always in Twitch chat, man.
so on Community Day last weekend for Foikoko, when the GMAX were about, we basically organised to meet at 2,
Yeah.
and we were going to do a few GMAX, kind of like, at the start.
Yeah.
And we all kind of thought, okay, so like all the like locals, as everyone refers to them as, they're going to
Let's
come along. They're going to do,
do a
right,
few
they're
and
going to
then
come
do com
along,
day.
right? They're going to do their 2 free ones, and then they'll crack on with com day, cool, because they don't want to pay. Mate, we ended up doing like 2 and a bit hours of GMAX raids during com day, and the locals, even the locals were like buying fucking MP and everything, and I remember just being in shock that
Yeah.
because that that doesn't happen, like you know but people were buying them because it was like, well, we're gonna get them done.
Yeah.
um and for me that was really fucking cool to be like, okay, this is where you start to see the payoff of the hard
Yeah.
work. you know um
It's
yeah,
nice. It's nice to see people like just getting on board with a sort of thing where it's like, yeah, in their mind it's like, oh, we're gonna get these done, but there might not be another opportunity where there's as many people
yeah,
out, and that's what they're thinking in their mind. So it's like, yeah, fucking, it can't hurt. Why not?
yeah. It's just, I think the hardest part of building the community is, and we spoke about this before, is you have to make your locals care as much as you do
Yeah.
about them. So whenever these events are announced, I normally put, like, oh, this month's gonna be like this ranked attacker.
Yeah.
It'll be it's gonna be good
Yeah,
when this comes out.
explain to people why you're doing it, and it's like, this
Yeah,
is why I'm doing it. This is why, maybe you should also be doing it as
yeah,
well. But then there are also these reasons why it's good to do. Just lay it out on the table, and just be like, listen, it's good for raids, it's good for this, it's good for PvP
yeah.
in this aspect. Like, just generally get people excited about it. I think that's the main thing. Get a buzz going,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it will carry over.
And So yeah, the idea of them being able to remote them just fucking sucks, to be honest. Because then it's like, okay, like all that hard work was for nothing. You're basically back to square one again. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's not great, but you know, whether or not they, whether or not they actually go ahead with it is another thing. But the fact that it's an option for me is just like, it's kind of like,
Yeah, it's gonna get to the point where, correct me if I'm being too extreme, but like you're gonna be able to fucking remote everything. Think about the things that you have to do in person. Like, listen, I ain't even gonna have to move to go and spin stops anymore. I can just fucking spin stops from my house. Yeah, at what point are they just gonna let us fucking fuck it, man. Let the spoofers in. It's basically like we're just playing from home anyway. It's like might as well let us fucking go everywhere. Like,
exactly,
I'm able to go to Milan without having to go to Milan. Crazy, man. Fucking,
but,
you know what I mean? It's stupid.
But we'll have to see where it goes. But I'm hoping it doesn't go in that direction. But yeah, that's enough of that kind of sort of rant and about events and whatnot.
We need to do a shot. I'm just saying. I've not forgotten. It's been here, but obviously we've been having a conversation.
You're a mad one.
Conversation. Yeah, this is my shot glass. I'm on Kahlua now because quite drunk to drive the Decaiper cherry brandy liqueur. But yeah, generally speaking, the whole point, and I'll die on this hill. It's called Pokemon Go. It's supposed to go outside. There's a separate app called Pokemon Home, which is stuff that you do from home based on the other games that you play. But it's Pokemon Go outside. Pokemon Go explore. Pokemon go to the pub. Like, just fucking go outside, not Pokemon go to sleep or Pokemon go to bed. Like, just go out and interact with people.
Go out and enjoy, man.
Like, do you remember the first ever, like, sort of, when you load up the game and it has, like, now it's got, like, fucking, the loading screen, it's got all the, like, stuff that's sort of coming in the season and the stuff. Like, the early ones used to have man walking off a bridge, gonna walk into a sea with a Gyarados. Or, or, like, watch out, like, while playing, like, and all stuff like that. And they even have stuff like, don't play and drive, because they know people obviously may drive out to different areas, different communities to play the game. Like, and obviously it's run by a fucking AR company. They're gonna want people to go outside. That is the core sort of, we'll say value loosely. That's the core that's the whole point of the game. That's the core aspect of it, to go outside. So, yeah, man, to have everything fucking available, just chilling in bed. It's like, listen, there are other games for that. Just play a fucking main series game. Yeah,
literally. It's I don't know. It's just kind of shit, and people are getting fed up of it. It's too much.
Yeah, I'm fed up of it.
It's too fucking much, dude. It's too much. Like, and again, like I say, people start, neglecting actual things in life that matter for it because of the FOMO that the game just really just kind of like drives into, to be honest.
Yeah. Because like I said, they dangle stuff like the upgrades in terms of the Gigantamax rewards and like other and getting people to go outside. You get increased like rare candy XL doing it in person, which generally I think are good bonuses, but obviously I think a lot of it may just come down to the individual. You need to prioritize what it is you do, and like for me personally, because I can only really speak on my own account, on my own behalf, like, there's a hatch day coming up next week. Yeah, I'd rather work. There's a research day. Would rather work. Incense day, mate, I'm already at work. I didn't even put that off. But if it's like a raid day, okay, I'll work in the evening. Community day, I'll work in the evening. GMAX, if I've got enough time off and I feel like they can get done, I'll work in the evening. If not, then, I'll just work. So I feel like
the event this weekend? There's an event Sunday, right?
So you've got Totodile. I feel like you've got
no on this Sunday.
Oh, you're on about this Sunday. You are right. One sec. Let me check my Google Calendar. I thought when you said next, I thought you were on about next week. Because I know the 22nd is Catch Mastery Arkin. That's the one. But I thought you were about next week, which is obviously Totodile Community Day Classic, and then followed by a Mega Absol Raid Day. But yeah, this weekend there's obviously you've got Raikou. Dynamax Raikou is the main one for the weekend.
I'm doing 2 hours of that tomorrow.
I'm very excited about that. I don't know how many hours I'm doing. I know they set up a meetup on Campfire. How many Donnies? I was gonna say I was pleasantly surprised by like the amount of people that were out and about doing them, because originally someone was like, "Oh yeah, we'll do an hour," and I'm like, "Nah, bro, I ain't coming out for an hour of GMAX. We're doing 11 till 2. And we got numbers. And I'm like, yeah, it's all you got to do is ask sometimes. Don't be scared. There are people that want to do this event as much as you that just don't feel like they've got the numbers. Listen, just push the boat out, man. Worst thing that can happen, you just end up doing the hour that was sort of guaranteed anyway. I'm like, listen, I'll be in town before 11. We do 11 till 2, and then we catch some crocs. You know, and then most people just sacked off Community Day and were doing more GMAX, and then I had to go and like help where I could, but I was mainly trying to play Community Day. But yeah, so like, go on, sorry.
Sorry, I'm gonna quickly leave the call and join back because you keep cutting out. Bear with.
No worries, no worries. I'll wait for Josh to join back. You back? You back? Say some. Hold on, I'm off. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Hold on, we've got... Alright, I know we said this, guys, but we said we never usually interact with a live chat. But I don't know, do we need a VAR on this? Apparently, I'm assuming Pokemon Go app, which is the Twitter handle, have deleted the Fuzzy Buddy post. Apparently it's been deleted. Have we ruined Fuzzy Buddies for everyone? We've killed Fuzzy Buddies, and fucking Eva loves Stuffle, so I'm like...
He's right, it's gone.
I'm like, you know, low key in Doghouse, but mate.
Gone.
Is it actually Jova? Nah. Mate, a new VAR.
Hey, mate, listen, I'm just saying, right? That was because of my tweet. Right, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, definitely weren't. Yeah, definitely weren't Fleece King.
That was me. Shut up, bro. No, he commented on my post, you
I saw that, yeah. I bet you were there like, oh, yeah. I'm sorry, that was disgusting.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy for you, man.
I'm sorry. More mud bay for us. Did it actually delete it? Nah, start the cap. No way. If I go on Mr. Ab's Twitter,
it's gone. No, it is gone. It is literally gone. Tweet is gone.
Let's have a look.
Boys, listen, mate. I'm just saying, right?
Don't you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
No, mate. I'm telling you, if we've managed to get this shit changed, let me tell you, man. We're popping bubbles.
Oh,
I'm telling you, mate.
Post is unavailable. This is what he does.
He's already got it. Post
is unavailable.
Hold that.
Oh no! You've ruined Fuzzy Buddies for all of the free-to-plays. Look, now Jay's gonna miss out on his research level Panchams to trade.
No, because the blog post is still up.
Yeah. So the post itself is... Oh, wait. They've just deleted the tweet.
Yeah.
So, but the blog post is still up, you say? So that means it's on, like... It's on fine... It's on thin ice. Sorry, I was going to say fine ice. It's on, like... Hold on. Embrace Fuzzy Buddy.
Oh, mate. Wait for it, man. Mate, I'm telling you, man. We cooked something up here, man. Yeah, mate, all my ops can get fucked, mate.
Yes, today's the day the teddy bears got packed in. They didn't have no picnic. They got mashed up.
Fucking Winnie the Pooh looking ass. Mate,
shit.
Just imagine we've done it, man. Just imagine we've done it, right? And they've changed the date or some shit.
Mate, I look forward to it now where it's like, how do they usually open their tweets and blog posts? Hi, trainers. Like, no, they don't. They say something like that, but it's not that. I could be wrong.
Hey, mate, they must have.
Yeah,
man. It's getting fruity in here. It's getting mad fruity.
We are getting a Fuzzy Buddy makeup event before the actual event. We're getting Fuzzy Buddy makeup event before GTA 6. What's going on? Oh no, Fuzzy Buddies, Buzzy Fuddies in the muddy. Fuck. I'm laughing because I'm looking at all the fucking, like, there's a Donny jogging with a Pancham, there's someone camping out with a Teddy Ursa, Stuffle's just big chilling, and then this person's doing yoga with a Cubchoo. And yeah, but they've put so much thought into this event as well. I actually feel bad. Listen, I'm gonna be deadly honest. If there was no Milan, this is actually an alright event.
Shut up, man. It's a dead event. It's dead. Mate, suck your mum, bro. Look at you trying to get the bait in, man. This event looks dead. Dead as fuck.
No,
yeah, man.
get
Look at you.
the research level panchams. You know, no, I'm joking. But no, generally speaking, I don't think it's a bad event if you're someone that's missed like Teddy Ursa Com Day, Stuffle Com Day. If you're a relatively new player, I feel like most of these events that come out are quite good.
Yeah.
So
Sucks to suck. Sucks to suck, man. Right? There's no excuse for it to overlap. There's no excuse, man.
No, this is what I was trying to take out of the equation. Say, listen, no Milan, this event, Fuzzy Buddy, you know.
Dead. Dead. It's fucking dead, mate. It's deader than me fucking... It's deader than my granddad, mate, alright?
Mate. Oh, fuck's
mate,
sake.
Listen, I'm just saying, right, if it's gone, like, I'm taking credit for it. Alright? Right? Because I was cooking up traction. Alright? I was cooking up... honestly, mate, like the old Twitter this week has been popping off. Like, if I go on my profile now, okay.
Yeah, I saw for the post that you had, the one that they removed. You're on 21.2k views in the space of, so in like 3 hours time, it'll be 24 hours. So in like 21 hours, so that's like 21. I need to do some maths. 21,000. Yeah, you've got like 1,000 views an hour on that average.
Yeah, mate, man was cooking, right? Man was cooking, all right, right. Like literally, in the last 7 days, I've had 108,000 views on my tweets, right?
Man, half of them just from that Donny. Fucking.
Mate, that guy was a fucking bellend. He was waffling the most, and they just blocked us.
These fucking Twitter goons, man. Half of the views are. Can I see mine?
Right, I'm gonna go grab another beer. Need to crack open another one.
I can't wait. Let me unlock my analytics. Do I have to pay? I don't want to pay.
Thomas, do some soppy shit like to the crowd, like a halftime like.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, Josh really excited for the Fuzzy Buddy event. He's really excited. Hey, let me finish. I was like, he's excited. It's gone. Got him. But no, generally speaking, if they have like changed the date of the event, that's fucking crazy. We ain't gonna tell him he's taking credit for it because he doesn't need that. But generally, so. Yeah, man, Raikou. Let's talk about Raikou. So I'm excited for that. It's good that they've increased the collection limit for the max particles, so that's good as well. I felt like that maybe they could have done it for the Gigantamax, but what confused me initially is that I thought there was going to be one max battle weekend, and this Raikou was going to be it. But I feel like the way that it's gone, obviously they brought all the Kanto starters back on the same weekend as Community Day. It just alludes back to what we were saying before. There's just so many fucking events just overlapping, and you just need to prioritize. But it's hard when you want to play each event, to the sort of like optimum sort of limit. You want to be as efficient as you can be in both events. You good there?
Yep. Fuzzy Buddy event's gone.
Nah, mate, I was saying.
Alla la Italia. That's what we're fucking saying, boys. We got the Murray on tap, man. Holla Milan. That's what we're saying, man. We cooked. We're cooking on gas.
Wait, have I got an Italian flag here? I don't know.
There is no Italian flag on a Maggie, you fucking
The UK Chief Medical Officers recommend adults do not regularly drink more than 1.4. 14 units per week. Be drink aware. And that's what we didn't do, guys. So this podcast is only for entertainment purposes only. We do not advocate the overconsumption of alcohol, and we certainly do not promote binge drinking. All our guests have the choice whether they wish to drink alcohol or not, and it's their responsibility to drink responsibly. So yeah, everything we said before, forget about it. Now everything's disclaimed. We can say some more,
more.
On
Mate, I can't believe the Twitter post is gone.
That's crazy.
Great. Wait, hang on. Do you want to whale anymore with all these events? Man done turn into a dolphin. Yeah, man. Mate, you're spitting facts there. It's too much. It's too much. Mate, just please change. Please fucking change the timings of change the timings of the Fuzzy Buddy event, man.
Just change it. Just put it on a different week, man.
Yeah, just fucking move it, bruv. You know what I mean?
Listen, just dust it all together, man. Just don't even bring it back.
Yeah, it is washed. It's fucking washed.
Just
man.
kill it. That'd be funny.
Yeah, just kill it with fire, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuzzy buddy. That's funny. Funny buddies. Hello, buddy.
Yes.
Hello, buddy. buddy.
Fucking hell, man.
Buddy in the muddy. Mate, I'm excited because we're getting more mud braids now.
Mate, I'm just sat here and I'm just waiting for the update.
I'm sat here with me quacking me, man.
Yeah, me
squeezing
quacking,
it angrily. But guys, you know what? Also has been a great update. We've got Thomas Tuchel's first England squad. And we've got Lee Castley's Young Lions squad. Why does the Young Lions squad, low-key, some of the players look like they could be in...
What? Wait, what? What did you say?
So Lee Castley, who was the interim manager, he's obviously the England under-21 manager. So he announced the under-21 squad at the same time as the main squad. Have you seen the under-21 squad?
No.
It's quite good, you know. Like, there are some ballers in there. Like, there are some players that I'm thinking they could be in Tuchel's squad. But yeah, the Young Lions, you've got just like the standout names. You've got Jared Branthwaite. You've got Rico Lewis. Fucking big man Joby Bellingham. Adam Wharton, who was in the fucking... Oh, no. So basically, Ben Butterworth from the live chat is referring to a gift that I sent him, and there's a stop in Loughborough that's like a neon sign of like an astronaut, and it says Elon sent me.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent him that. I don't know why he's bugging out. But anyway, yeah. So Adam Wharton, who
That's a cool gift.
It is, yeah. That's why I sent him it. But people are assholes, innit?
I want one.
I'll send you one. But like, so Adam Wharton, who was obviously in the most recent Euro squad, he's in the under-21 squad. You've got Liam Delap, Archie Gray, mate. Any Spurs fans in chat or listening back? Archie Gray, how much you pay for him? Fucking too much, mate. Right, you've got Harvey Elliott in there as well. Ethan Wanyeri, who's been playing quite well for Arsenal. And you've got Amari Hutchinson, who's doing all right for Ipswich. So, you've got some ballers in there. Absolute ballers. But then let's...
Brown ballers.
No. Well, you've got a few brown ballers. But yeah, no, not that brown baller. But yeah, looking at the...
Whoa, can we get a fucking VAR check on what you just said? What did you just say?
No VAR. No VAR.
No, bro,
it's all right.
no. Wait, whoa, you're not getting past these allegations. What did you just say?
Oh, sorry,
That's crazy from you, man.
I'm laughing at
That's crazy, man.
What do you mean?
You're going to get us cancelled. You know what you said, man. You're going to get us cancelled. Holy shit.
I said, listen, I was talking about Brown Baller 10. Right, so the England FIFA World Cup qualifier squad against Albania and Latvia.
Yeah, mate, we are so back. We're so fucking back. It's a shit team. It is fucking shit.
It's awful. But to be honest, it's... You know what? If I had to name, like, say you've got the goalies, the defenders, the midfielders, the strikers, you know what only position is, like, the most solid from all the players that are there? You know, it's bad. Probably the goalkeepers. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, like, you got Pickford, right, who's solid. Dean Henderson's... between Dean Henderson and Ramsdale, it's hard to tell because Ramsdale starts for Southampton, but Southampton is shit. And Dean Henderson doesn't really play, like... He hasn't been playing too well. Where's he at? Palace? I don't know where he's at. Hasn't played too well. And then James Trafford's fucking... Where's he? Is it Burnley? Or is he, like, signed somewhere else? I can't remember where Trafford went. But, yeah, the keepers are solid. Defenders... I mean, you've got Kyle Walker and Reece James as, like, the sort of standout defenders. All of the... I mean, I know some of them have played in the Euros and had good tournaments. But, yeah, they're all sort of, like... They should be like rotation players. Like our defense should be a lot stronger than this. I think John Stones is still injured. Maguire, does he just not get in the England squad anymore? I don't think he gets in the England squad anymore.
No, he's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, but then you've got those sorts of players. Like I know Ben White don't want to play for England no more. That's fine. We've got a million right backs, so we don't actually give a shit. Trippier's another one. He's a great defender, but again, we've got a million right backs and like one.
I don't know why you.
One left back.
I think it's just my connection.
Right, I'll let you lock back in. Because we're going to talk about the midfield, and the first name on the midfield list is your boy Jude Bellingham.
Bench him.
We ain't gonna bench him.
Game one. No, mate. Come on. Right, you're not telling me Bellingham does not need to be humbled. Right?
Yeah, but the time will come. Arsenal will do it in the Champions League. We will humble him. Right? Bellingham
No,
starts.
you won't. You just won't.
Bellingham starts, right? Alongside what? Bellingham, Henderson, midfield. Crazy.
It's crazy. Like what kind of
No,
Marvel cinematic universe are we living in where
that's
Henderson starts?
You know what it is? It's no, but realistically, it's going to be a midfield. Like Palmer's going to be. I know he's down as a midfielder, but Palmer's going to be a bit more advanced, right? So it's realistically, if he's having a midfield three, it's Bellingham, Henderson, and Rice. What the fuck is that? What? Look at the state of it. They're all like, I don't know, like, because Rice will sit, but then like that means Henderson's a bit more advanced, but I don't see him as much of a sort of box to box or an attacking sort of minded midfielder. He's a bit similar to like Rice, but just like a different sort of player. And then Bellingham just rocks up in the 90th minute. So it's like...
And does fuck all, yeah. Yeah, he does absolutely nothing. And then scores a bicycle kick after basically letting your side down every game in like one of the biggest tournaments in the world. And then the entire country's like... come on, man. He's overrated as fuck.
I think that cut out. Can you just repeat the last like 10 seconds?
No, absolutely. But no, he's overrated as fuck. Bellingham is severely overrated. Right? He only... Right? He plays in fucking Real Madrid, right? They could stick you or me up front in that team, and you and me would bag a few goals in a season, right? Like, it's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Bagsman.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? It's like fucking... It's stupid. It's like you know the phrase, trying to find a needle in a haystack? Yeah? No, it's the other way around. It's trying to find straw in a needle stack. Like, do you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
It's just he's so fucking overrated.
But then,
so overrated.
I don't even think the midfield position like is the worst in terms of I think the goalie's the best. Then it's probably the midfield. Then it's probably the defense. I don't know. The defense. I'm not overly excited about these forwards that have been selected for us. Bowen, Phil Foden, Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, and Dominic Solanke. I'm not excited. I'm really not, because Foden's classing Foden as a forward is a bit cheeky anyway. I don't even think he's a forward by nature.
Foden shouldn't be in the team. He's not had a good season since before the Euros.
I mean,
and then
he went from being like the best player in the Premier League, like proven, voted by the fans, the players, to like. I mean, to be fair, in his defence, Man City themselves haven't been great, but that's what happens sometimes. It's like, if you're that good a player, you'd carry your team out of, or try and at least do something to carry your team out of these dire sort of times. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm surprised Eric Dyer's not actually in the squad. Looking at something, I know he's at Bayern Munich, so not playing in the Premier League, but I'm actually generally surprised that Dyer's not in the squad. I'd have him in there ahead of like... I mean, they've brought up Dan Burn, but I don't know. Listen, I trust Tuchel. I think he's a good manager.
But then I know Dan Burn got his call, but hasn't he been playing really well for Newcastle?
Yeah, but Newcastle are like a sort of very, very hit and miss team. They seem to turn up against us, and they're in a cup final on Sunday, so they must be doing something right.
But then I've seen a few people that are basically asking like what the fuck do some of these Nottingham Forest players have to do to get a call up to England?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So like, I don't actually know how old like Morgan Gibbs White and all them are. Whether they're like, because I've not seen them in the under 21 squad or anything like that. Like, I'm actually going to do a VAR on it because I don't know a lot about. I don't actually look into these players. So how old is? Okay, he's 25. So yeah, you'd think players like Morgan Gibbs White and all them that are playing really well for Forest would get a look in the squad, because unless I'm mistaken, I don't see any Forest players in the squad at all. Like, I don't actually know who Livramento is. I'm gonna Google it, so I could be wrong. I don't actually know who that is.
Yeah,
who is Livramento? Who do they play for? Oh, Newcastle. Okay, so they've gone with Livramento and Dan Burn in the squad. So you've got Anthony Gordon as well. Anthony Gordon. I do like Anthony Gordon. Not enough to have him at Arsenal or like to want to pay like stupid money for him, but that
Yeah.
just comes with like being a relatively young English forward. But yeah, like I'm not overly excited about the attack. I mean, Rashford's in there because fucking Saka's injured. Grealish. Even with Saka being injured, Grealish still don't get in the squad. Fucking mate, the fucking downfall he's had. That needs to be like,
What, Grealish?
yeah,
Mate,
man.
Grealish is such an odd player.
Yeah,
He's one of those where he's so mid for club, but and somehow in my eyes, he turns up a lot more often for country.
yeah. Well, he's got less
Personally, in
opportunity.
my
He's
eyes.
got like less opportunities for both generally. So when he does
Hmm.
finally get his chance for England, he's fucking buzzing. He barely
Yeah.
plays.
Yeah,
Barely plays for City.
yeah, but then also like where's what's his name, the midfielder? Where's Gallagher? Like where's he at? Is he having like a bad season? Like I don't know. I don't keep up with Premier League.
He scored in the no. Conor Gallagher's at Atletico Madrid. He scored he scored in the first minute of the Madrid derby, Champions League quarter final.
Yeah.
Conor Gallagher, like, listen, Conor Gallagher's been tearing it up in La Liga. I'm gonna be honest. Like, Atletico Madrid are third in the Liga, and you might think that sounds dead, but they're like basically a point or something behind Madrid. Like, it's fucking close. The top three in the Liga.
Yeah, it's close,
fucking
yeah.
close. I was looking at it the other day. But yeah, Conor Gallagher's active, man. I don't know why he's not in the squad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if you're gonna go with someone like Henderson, someone that's playing outside the Premier League, like, surely you're gonna look at La Liga first before you start looking at Eredivisie. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah,
but
definitely. But yeah. To be honest, right, might kind of be a hot take. I am really surprised that Kane is still in the team. I really thought the Euros was going to be his last like hurrah. I really did.
I'm not, but also at the same time, I think there's a big omission there from the. Oh no, he must be injured. Has to be injured to not be in. I need to keep up with injuries and stuff because some of this squad makes sense. But like, is Ollie Watkins injured?
So this is the next person I was going to ask you.
Right, we need to check. We need to get VAR on some of these because.
No, and sorry, Joe. Right, I know we said we're not going to kind of talk, but right, Joe. There's no, that. How can I word this? There's no denying it
Okay,
that
Watkins is injured. That makes
that
sense.
that in the Euros last year, Kane just did not fit into that team at all. He was all over the fucking place. He was like a lost chicken, right? That's what I mean, and not that he's past it, but we have so many like bright young strikers that are like eager, to get scoring goals. That's kind of why I'm surprised more. If that makes sense. Not okay. Maybe surprise wasn't the right word, but if he starts as a starting striker, for example, as opposed to bringing him on, second half, for example, mate, we don't know, like honestly, like we have to trust in Tuchel, don't we? Because first game is what, next Friday, 7:45.
Yeah,
I think. Are you gonna be watching it, Thomas?
I'll be there at the game, studied up, ready to play. No, I'm joking. Yeah, no, I'm sure I'll have it on wherever I am. But
Yeah,
I'm just looking at some of the names because the squad, like, I'm just trying to work out whether, like, it's always hard to tell, like, whether players like Ben White obviously have said no generally to England and don't want to play anymore. Players like Saka, Ollie Watkins injured. Kobe Mainu, anyone know if he's injured? Gotta be, because surely he gets in ahead of, like...
Surely gets in.
He gets in ahead of Curtis Jones.
But to be fair, like, this is what I said in the group chat earlier. I was like, I don't know many of these players in that team at all. I really don't.
The thing is, I know... Right, I'm going to be completely honest. I know all four of the goalies. I was going to say, I said it before, I don't know Livramento. I know everyone else. I know all the midfielders and I know all the strikers. So it's just Livramento I didn't know. But and some of them I couldn't remember because I know James Trafford had a big money move. But I think that big money move was from like when he was at Man City under 21s and then he had a relatively big money move to Burnley and then Burnley fucking went down. It's mad that Trafford, he's playing in the Championship. James Trafford, he's such a good goalie in general. But yeah, I know all of them pretty much because most of them play in the Premier League, apart from obviously Kane, Bellingham, and there's one more, and Trafford, who plays in the Championship. But yeah, it's hard to tell whether that's like, you know, they were like his first choices, or whether it's like he's trying to give people a chance because it's Albania, Latvia, or you know, whether he just didn't have much choice with some of the injuries. I didn't think there were that many England
Yeah,
players
but then,
injured.
like, don't get me wrong. I know it's only against Latvia, but do you not think that we, as a team and Tuchel as a manager, he
Yeah,
needs to come out and make a statement, like show, like we're here to fucking win trophies. It doesn't matter if against Albania, Latvia, who the fuck ever. We need to be turning these teams over easily, big time, and become, just become, somewhat of a threat.
yeah, yeah.
Because hey, guess what? As England found out the Euros last year, when we play against a team that's ranked top 6 in the world,
That's actually decent. Yeah,
yeah, we kind of don't fucking show up. It's all good, making it, past the group stages, yada yada, whatever. But you got to show up when it counts. You know what I mean? That's the way that I see it anyway. There's no reason why. There's no reason why we shouldn't be turning Albania, Latvia over like 4-5-0.
yeah,
Given the quality, just the quality of the players, and having a manager that has real like trophy winning experience, is supposedly, more of a positive playing manager.
yeah, yeah.
It'll be, yeah, it'll be interesting. And he's on big money, right? He's on big money. Tuchel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. Tuchel, England,
Just looking
salary.
I'm just looking at some of the names missing still, but like some of them that are in like the main squad are like playing for under 21s instead. Like Rico Lewis has got senior caps playing in under 21s. Fucking Brampthwaite playing in the under 21s. Yeah,
So
man,
Tuchel is getting paid £5 million a year.
yeah,
Like,
when you think
that's
about
a lot of money.
when you think about how many international games you actually have, like compared to league games,
That's a lot.
yeah.
Like
It's, yeah,
that is.
March, yeah, obviously next Friday, so March 21st. What we're gonna do? Well, I guess we'll speak about it like afterwards and whatnot. What we do with next week's episodes in terms of the football and stuff like that. Whether we start earlier or whatnot. But yeah, that is a lot of bread. That is a lot of bread.
Let's have a look, because I think I remember reading somewhere Southgate England salary.
No, Madueke as well in the squad, but Madueke ain't really done anything, so that makes sense. But neither's Rashford. Yeah. So I don't know. With some of these selections.
Yeah.
But
So basically, across the course of a year, Tuchel is going to earn more than Southgate did,
yeah,
which is
right.
fucking crazy.
Fucking right and all, man. Southgate we paid him way too much. No, I'm joking. Listen, Southgate, I respect everything he did. I respect everything Southgate did for England. He's got us in this position now. Like, right now, a real coach has come in and he's going to take over. We're sort of like seeing the back end of like a few players, I reckon, over the next few years, i.e. Harry Kane, Kyle Walker, those sorts of players, I reckon, are just on their sort of last sort of hurrah with England, yeah. So I don't know whether they'll I imagine they'll both be at the next World Cup, but I don't think they'll be at the next Euros. I think it'll be a bit of a stretch, but we're in a good place. We've got young players in the squad that are playing well now, and they'll sort of be in their prime years coming round to the next Euros. Yeah, I'm excited, man. No, Angel Gomez in the squad as well. What the fuck? Mate, half of these men must be injured.
But yeah, we'll have to see. First game is next Friday, 7:45 kickoff, right?
Yeah.
We'll be there watching. In the pub watching it, because tickets were fucking monstrously overpriced. because it's sold out for a World Cup qualifier as well on a Friday night. It's sold out at Wembley, which is like that's
Yeah,
massive.
mate.
To
Yeah,
be
mate,
fair,
the fucking Sidemen did it. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, no, excited for that. I'm excited for international football to come back, man. I can't wait for the World Cup next year.
Where is it?
Big,
Is it one
big
of them? It's in a few places. Because I know with the Euros they've had.
America. It's in
Oh,
America,
oh,
Canada, Mexico, right?
oh, it is, yeah. Because I know with the Euros they've had it in a few places. I.e., they have like the semis at Wembley and all this. I generally. What do you think about that? Having it in a few places, like because obviously I think you think about it from one perspective. It's good that other countries haven't got to go through like a whole major fucking rebuild and stuff to be able to host a whole games because it's big. Like anything bigger than that
Yeah.
really is the Olympics. But
I mean,
at the
to
same
be
time,
honest,
you got to think of the players.
I mean, to be honest, I don't understand why it's not just America. Like America has big enough football stadiums.
Yeah,
To,
they do. They have
you know,
massive stadiums like the City Life Stadium, the Kroenke Zone. That's bigger than most Premier League grounds, and most people would have never heard of it.
But yeah, we spoke about it before. I'm really hoping to be able to go over to America, even for one game, one England away game in America. I think that would just be fucking class to do, man.
Yeah,
It would be so fucking good to do. It's just a case of, getting out there and getting a fucking ticket somehow. Yeah, it'd be class to do. I was excited. I love international football, man. I fucking love it. Honestly, I think like the Euros last year was like one of my fondest, like just sporting memories. Just in the pub, every game with with all the group, friends and family and everyone, and the whole country is like invested
yeah,
in
man.
it. It's so fucking good to watch, man. I love it. I can't wait to batter fucking turn America over. Thinking they can play soccer as good as us. Fuck them, bozos.
They've got
And
big
yeah,
grounds though. Well, say it was MetLife Stadium. So like MetLife's like the 16th biggest. It's the 16th biggest stadium in North America. Guess how big it is? It's not bigger than Wembley, but it's the 16th biggest. Fucking
MetLife. Who is it that plays there?
New York Giants, New York Jets.
Oh, that's got to be like 75.
82.5
Yeah,
thousand,
hey,
and it's the
yeah,
16th biggest in North America. The largest is Michigan Stadium, 107,000. Like obviously these are like American football stadiums, and like some of
no. But the thing is, not even that. Like, right, right, because you're looking at like the big big stadiums with like professional teams.
yeah.
If you look at if you look at the college football stadiums, that shit will fuck you up, right? When you see how big
Oh no,
some of the college football
oh no. So
stadiums.
this one I'm looking at 107,000 for Michigan Wolverines football team represents the University of Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan in college football at NCAA Division One football bowl subdivision level. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at. So like, yeah, huge.
That's
man.
crazy. Yeah, right. So to have it in Canada and Mexico as well, just kind of seems fucking stupid, right?
Bit weird, yeah.
It's not like there's a shortage. But the only thing I could possibly imagine is they've, in their bid to do it, they've obviously had some kind of deal with with the tourism board, basically, to bring tourism in to different places.
Yeah, exactly.
But it'll be good. I am hoping to get out to a game in America and watch England win the World Cup. It's going to happen.
Man United are getting a bigger stadium now. Yeah.
Oh, mate, I don't even want to talk about this. That has got to be one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. It looks like a circus ground.
Well,
right? It looks like a fucking circus ground.
Old Trafford was always supposed to be dubbed as the Theatre of Dreams. But it literally looks like the fucking it looks like a circus, man. Yeah, man. That's because they get clowned on when all the fucking teams rock up there, man. United get put in a pack.
Fucking stupid.
Big money though. That's where all the fucking, because obviously they're getting like big investment in that. The whole new Old Trafford like regeneration project.
Yeah,
Crazy,
I was watching a TikTok a few weeks ago. I don't know, because you don't watch a lot of TikTok. What's his name? His name is Phil. He's an English bald guy, and he does really like sarcastic reviews of stuff like in Britain. And he stayed at the Man United hotel, and he was basically like, yeah, I can see, because I think it's owned by like Ryan Giggs, Phil Scholes, and like a few others.
Phil
and he was
Scott,
like, yeah,
Paul Scholes.
yeah.
He said Phil. Sorry.
Oh, did I? My
I
bad.
thought Paul had a brother.
And yeah, and he's basically like, yeah, I can see why they fucking done this. It's a massive fucking rip-off to basically stay in.
Oh! No, I've not seen the TikTok, but I've seen like the fucking that Paul Scholes and that like what a hotel. Yeah, that's fucking big bread, man. Jesus.
Yeah. And it's like you're basically staying in a glorified merch shop, and you're fucking paying to stay there. So it makes sense. But
I think someone left like
it's an ugly ground, and I hate those kind of grounds, man. There's no life to them. No. Right, there's nothing about it, right? And I'm not just saying this because you're an Arsenal fan. I'm not trying to wind you up, right? Emirates, fucking ugly stadium, right? Where's the life in it, man?
It's not. It's not an ugly stadium, but to be honest,
it is fucking ugly, man. Mate,
it's not ugly.
No, it is, mate. You can't, you cannot, and you will never top like the old school like tin stadiums, right? Made out of that what's it called? The what are the metal sheets called? What do they call them? With like that on them. What do they fucking call them, man? The sheets of fucking metal. Thomas, what do they call them, man?
You tell me.
It's not serrated, is it? It's not serrated. Is it serrated?
You tell me. I don't know.
Right, but those are where the life is, man. Right, all these new stadiums, no life, right? Which is why people now fucking hate going to West Ham, because it's a fucking horrific stadium to go to. There's no life. There's no. Yes, that's the one. That's what I'm looking for. Right, the proper nitty gritty ground. Right. Why am I turning up to a big aquarium ass looking fucking stadium? Right, it's bullshit. There's no life. There's no atmosphere. It's all for tax write-off purposes. It's bollocks. Come on, say something. Come on, I'm waiting for you to give it back.
It's a nice ground, man. It's a nice ground.
Okay. Wait. Okay. So are you telling me that Emirates, you'd rather play the Emirates over Highbury?
I never went to Highbury. I was only little.
Fake fan, mate.
I was fucking tiny.
Fake fan. You should have been grinding those lemonade stands, yeah, to get your fucking pocket. Need to get your money up, not your funny up, yeah. You know what I mean, man? No, right? There's no way you're telling me that you would rather play Emirates over Highbury, right?
So when you go to the Emirates, there's a queue specifically for beer. You go there and they're pouring beers out. Whereas,
that's great.
Whereas you have to queue for the soft drinks. What I'm saying is get the beers in, but then you can't bring them onto the
great.
Seat. Yeah.
Right, Joe, if you're here, right, would you rather be in your new stadium or your old one? If you're here, right?
Their new stadium's nice though. They got the fucking I don't want to tip that upside down, but they got the things there.
They got the NFL pitch, innit?
Yeah, no, but they got the fucking. The beer that comes out the bottom of the glass.
Yeah, mate, shut up, mate.
That's gold, man. That's gold. Come on.
No, mate, there's no life in these new stadiums, man. There's no atmosphere, right? It's not the same, man. The old school fucking stadium days. Come on, man. Right? It's true. There's not, right? And I'll tell you why. Because all these stadiums are built to be dual purpose. Right?
Yeah.
They're there to be football grounds, and then they're there to be concerts.
Yeah.
Right? Right? So because of that, the acoustics are all fucked up. There's no fucking atmosphere. It's rubbish. Yeah, look. You look like you've been told off, mate.
No, wait for you. I was seeing if you were done, innit?
No, I am done. I'm just saying they're shite. They are fucking shite. They're, there's no fucking life to them, man, and there's no need for them.
What about Wembley then?
So everyone that I've ever spoke to has said nothing will beat the atmosphere of old Wembley. Right? Obviously, neither of us can speak there.
Yeah.
But
But no, to be fair, I don't know whether it. I'm gonna go as far as to say I don't know whether it's the stadiums nowadays or whether it's just a generation of fans. But I've been to like the Millennium Stadium, and that was a fucking good stadium. Like some of like the old classic like those sorts of stadiums. They were good stadiums. I just think I don't really go to many football matches or anything nowadays to truly know what it's like. Like you hear all sorts, like fucking, like at Stamford Bridge, like it's a fucking library. Then you get it, the Emirates.
Yeah.
But not everywhere can be a fucking library. Emirates, White Hart Lane, Stamford Bridge, like they're not all libraries, man. Otherwise, you lot go to some crazy libraries. Like, what I mean? I understand what you're saying though.
Yeah, it's just fucking woke nonsense, man. That's all it is. It's crap, and it's all these. It's for the investors to make money in the off seasons, right? Like, mate, I'm not even funny, right? And I'm not even saying this, right, just to piss you off, right? Right? The most atmosphere that you get at the Emirates is when the Arctic Monkeys were playing there, right? When they did 3 sold out nights as a tour there. Do you know what I mean? It's true, man. It's true, right? You can hate it all you want. It's just it's different, man.
They've got Kendrick playing at Kendrick's going to be at Villa Park.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. He's going to be at what's the new fucking Tottenham ground called?
What? It's Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Is that just what it's called? Is that just what it's called? That's shit. Well, I'm seeing Kendrick Lamar there. Fucking rip off as well, you fucking robbing bastards. But yeah,
the Spurs Stadium story made me laugh because when they were doing up the new ground, they had the Wi-Fi set up, so Donnies with like caravans were rocking up and using the Wi-Fi. Fucking mooching, cuz funny, man.
Yeah, but yeah, it's man. Football's all changed, man. Like you can't beat like the old school stadiums, like even lower league, like. And I know it's Pokemon Go podcast, and everyone's like, "Oh, fucking boring! It's the 2 Brits talk about football, right?" Like I said, I paid no attention to Premier League. I fucking hate it. Too much money, right? But I've been kind of keeping up with the Championship a little bit more, right, mate? The quality of football in the Championship and just how much more entertaining it is as like a league is crazy.
Well, the Championship is like dubbed as like the most difficult league, like. It's more difficult than the Premier League sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like the Championship's like that's a fucking dogfight, man. That is a fight. When Leicester go because at the minute, like I know you say don't follow the Premier League. At the minute, how it's looking at 3 out of 4 these 4 teams. So fucking Southampton are pretty much guaranteed to go down, and then you've got like Wolves. I'm pretty sure it's like Wolves that are in and around it. Who's the other fucking obvious rotter? I think Ipswich are down there as well. But there are like 3 or 4 teams that are going to go down. And it's like, you see teams go down and it's not like they bounce straight back. It's very rare. It's happened with Leicester. It's happened with Newcastle. Some exceptions. But like some of the teams that go down, they'll like fucking go down again. Like the double relegation like Derby had. Like it's hard to fucking get out of the Championship.
Yeah, it's just... It is just like proper like nitty gritty football, and it's
that's the other one. Leicester, Leicester might fucking go down. Like Southampton are 100% going down, but fucking so like Wolves are on 23 points. There's 10 games left to play, so Southampton are on 9 points. Leicester and Ipswich are on 17. Wolves are on 23, but you'd think Wolves are safe, but then West Ham are 16th on 33. I think like the mid table is really tight, but they're like fucking miles clear of the bottom 4. So that's going to be a very interesting relegation fight. Southampton are done, man. They're so bad. But I don't know. Like I don't really go to enough football grounds to like know ins and outs. Like, and I don't have anything to sort of compare and contrast with in terms of what atmosphere was like in other games.
To be honest, the best person to speak to would actually be Lucas, my brother. I told you before. He goes to every Charlton game, home and away. Yeah. He's not missed a home or away game in like 3-4 years now. Yeah, he does every single game. He goes, and his whole thing is he wants to go to like every ground.
Yeah.
Like, but basically every ground that Charlton play at, he wants to go to. So he'll definitely like the person to speak to.
Does he just go to like league games, or does he make like? Does he go to like, the cup games?
No. He only does league. He says the cups are fucking pointless, which they are, to be fair.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even know where we went on that tangent, but right. All the new stadiums, dead thing, right. Man United building a 100,000 seat stadium to potentially play in the Championship. Crazy work, man.
I don't think they can even get relegated now.
Nah,
With a state of, like I said, at bottom four is like a mess. Like Man United are on 34, they'd have to collapse. Like, mate, Ipswich would have to close, and Leicester would have to close 17 points in 10 games.
Yeah, light work.
Nah, man, not for them, man. And they have to play some of them have to play each other as well. Nah.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's safe to say Man United and Tottenham, because they're both on equal points.
Mate, this is so annoying.
They are safe from relegation.
I don't know why my thing keeps dropping out. Let me try if I do this.
I'll wait for him to come back. But what's crazy is Sir Alex Ferguson ain't even, like, you don't even want anything to do with the club anymore. That's fucking mad. Yeah, no, I know you're not back. I don't know what you were doing. I didn't hear you.
No, because I was watching you speak, and I was just like, I wonder if I can like just leave it a bit longer.
No, you were going like this. You're like, I'm like,
I was like that.
Pop.
Yeah, no, but no. So yeah, as we said, ladies and gentlemen, international football is back. Hopefully, England get off to just a good start. Just pack them in. You know what I mean? Just fucking do it.
I'll just take a fucking win. To be honest, win's a win, mate.
Yeah, well, win's a.
You want to make a statement, and but you want to make a statement at the right times. We always do this. We storm these sorts of like qualifiers, and like we're like fucking hell, we're up there, mate. You know, and we have a little friendly against like fucking Albania or Iceland, get packed in. So then we have a friendly against like Italy or Spain, and we pack them in. So it's like, what the fuck is wrong with us? Like, why are we like this? Why can we not just like do the winning thing?
Who else is in our group actually?
You've got Albania. You've got Latvia. Is America in our group as well? Am I making that up?
No, it's definitely not.
I might be making it up. I might have chatting shit.
UC Sport World.
Mate, for some reason, my default browser keeps being a fucking penis. I'm going off Google.
Table.
Right. Let's have a look. We can look at all the other like matches and groups.
Okay, so we've got Albania, Andorra, Latvia, and Serbia.
Okay, yeah, fucking piece of piss.
Which is like, it's fucking easy pickings at that point.
It's a fucking piss, mate. I think the only group that's actually I didn't see that Belgium were in Wales's group, mate. Wales's group, fucking Belgium, Wales, North Macedonia, Kazakhstan, and Liechtenstein. What the fuck is that? Bro, what the fuck is that, mate? Belgium should stomp that. Why can't we get those groups? Because Albania can at least ball out. Like, nah, man.
But then, to be fair, like I don't know what's going on with the tables. There are some groups with 3 teams. There's one group with 5 teams. Sorry, 2 groups with 5 teams. And like they always have 4. Like, how the fuck is this worked out?
Hold on. So I think like I want to say some of them are not. I don't know. Look, because I'm looking at some of them, like Group A, like Germany or Italy. 1, 2. So like some of them, it's not even. I don't even know if it's been determined yet, or whether this website I'm just looking at just isn't updated. I just think this website I'm looking at isn't. Yeah, it's from 23rd of December 2024. So let me. I don't know. To be fair, honestly, I couldn't tell you. I'm looking at it on the fly now. Some of them like are last updated 20th of December, and it's like TBC. So I don't know whether like there are still some countries qualifying. I don't know.
Surely not though, right?
No, because some of them have got 4. Some of them are 3 with like, a TBC next to them. Some of them are 5 with a TBC.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I guess like they'll just scale it depending on the number of teams in each group. So like they'll probably have, for the bigger groups, more teams qualifying out of it, or because there's more games, there'll be like. One of them, they'll have like maybe best 3rd place for across the groups just to try and scale it. I don't actually know. At the end of the day, like England should be fucking storming their group. There's absolutely no excuse.
Yeah, we should. Hypothetically, anyway.
There's no excuse. Like, to be fair, our group actually looks like, when I say the hardest, I mean it like respectfully to the other groups, because the other groups look Yeah, that's why it's the qualifying stage. The other groups that fucking...
Yeah.
What's this group? Estonia, Israel, Moldova, and Norway. Mate, I swear, like, fucking Haaland's just going to dunk on everyone.
Yeah, he should do. He should.
Austria, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cyprus, Romania, and San Marino. Actually, no, that's a decent group there. Finland, Lithuania, Poland, and Malta. Because Finland are decent. Poland are decent. Armenia, Republic of Ireland, and Hungary. We Hungary.
Hungry. I knew he was gonna fucking say that somehow. Somehow I just knew you were gonna.
Right, actually, depending on who goes in Bulgaria's group, you've got Bulgaria, Georgia, and Turkey. That could be like a naughty.
Yeah, it's not a bad group. It's not a bad group.
That could be a naughty little group. But yeah, generally speaking, like in the qualifying stage, you'll get like the San Marinos and the fucking like Malta. Like they're just not great. But to be honest, if they were to like get a draw against one of these bigger teams, it's like it means a lot more to them than it does to us. Yeah. Like in terms of it's a point game for them and 2 loss for us. So just gotta fucking stay locked in, man. Stay locked in.
Buzzing with that, but mate, it feels like a good time to close it now. I feel like we're dragging this football talk, and people are like, "Fucking hell, boys, give it a fucking rest."
No, man. The only thing we haven't spoken about is food. I don't know if you saw the tweet when you tweeted out like, I wonder what we're going to be talking about, and then obviously Frost replied and said Bob's Burgers, and then the North Star replied saying, probably football and food.
Yeah, true, mate. I love food. Shout out the food, man. Where's the food, fam?
Where's the fucking food?
Yeah, no, I'm happy to call it there a few hours.
Always. But yeah, guys. Episode number 14, I Boozy, season 2. So obviously, around this time next week, obviously it'll be well underway for England and Albania. So that will be, much excitement. Very much looking forward to that.
Oh shit, no. We can't do it this time next week, can we?
This is what I was trying to allude to, but I didn't want to break the walls of the fourth. I didn't want to start breaking walls. Yeah. But, so guys, we'll be back next week, maybe different time, maybe different day, but we'll be back next week, so be there.
We'll be there, no matter what, as Joseph would say. And I hate that I just quoted that